If I do something and, the energy is really gonna be there and it's gonna stay there.
It was nice going to people's different hometowns and just seeing what it was like.
I was like, Coach, I gotta go back out. I think I'm gonna call it.
In the internet, it was a bunch of questions like prolific prep, like are they the team?
Make the right play!
All right, we got the Built Bottle prank. What I'm gonna do right here, I'm gonna take off the cover and I'm gonna super glue the inside. I'm gonna get it so tight that these guys cannot open it. I'm gonna put it on, we're gonna let it sit. Then we're gonna have one that's super tight, we're gonna have one that can open at any time. Play a prank on the guys.
I know you're in the gym a lot. Can you open that Built for me? Thanks. You lifted yesterday, didn't you?
Could you open that drink up for me right here?
Yes, you can. Thanks.
You trying to play a prank on me?
No.
You can't get it open?
Yes, it's stretched wrong. I don't know why.
What's going on with that? Can you open it? A manual got it open.
I'm from Africa.
Flex for me real quick. Just flex for me so I can see it. Alright.
No way.
He tried to bite it.
Yeah, try this one.
Wow.
Oh.
There you go. Oh. So you are too old. You are too old.
Hidden camera.
Oh, I doesn't know. Oh my God. Wow. Wow, I doesn't know.
A lot of good talent came through the city, and that's the most talent that Louisville's had probably in the same gym since the McDonald's All-American game in 2007.
It was huge getting Tyran back. Just, a guy of his size, his stature that moves as well as he does, and having him back was huge. And it just so happened we got to get him back in his hometown for his homecoming.
I was a little nervous because it's my first game back and I didn't want to play bad in front of everybody. And it's like, oh, he's not the same no more. It was a lot of pressure that game.
Tyran was out for about 6 weeks with an orbital fracture in his eye. And to have him come back against Link in Louisville, set up for a heck of a scene.
As far as big games, we was like 0-2 at the time.
It came to a point where people was asking, are we frauds, Are we really who we say we are? Are we really that team that's gonna live up to the hype?
We wanted to really come into that game and really show the world like we're really still the team that everybody says we are.
Come on, bring it in, bring it in. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Together.
My body, I felt small, I felt fragile, So I just felt like, I didn't really feel like myself. I feel like, oh, what if the same thing happens again? I low-key get PTSD.
It was another big stage we were at, Made Hoop Showcase in Louisville, so there's a lot of people there.
If I do something, the energy is really gonna be there and it's gonna stay there.
He's a real emotional person, and I think that it really kind of pushed us over the edge in that sense that that's kind of what we needed.
Energy goes crazy. Everyone is playing so much better when you share. Everyone's hitting shots. Come on.
Tyran brought the house down, and for those who don't know, he's originally from Louisville, so everybody was coming out to see him, and he was putting on a show in the first half. Had 2 thunderous alley-oop dunks.
Seeing all the people, happy as hell that I just got 4 points, But it's 4 points, Brian. Everybody happy as hell for the 4 points, so I was just, everyone was there for me, and I just felt good.
That's defensive toughness. We got Allen 3.
I wanted to do whatever it took to win. Like, it didn't matter about the flash.
It's really just more than a game. Really put study into it, emotion into it, It's not just a basketball game at the end of the day, and we had our full team back. So it's like, y'all finna see when we really got the story. And that was a big part, people seeing our team at full strength for the first time.
We were shooting it really well, scoring it really well, but we couldn't stop them at all. I mean, we were awful defensively, and so we scored 49, they scored 46. If we just dig in and get a couple of stops, we're gonna be all right in the second half. AJ really came to play against Link. He made 4 threes, the and 1 3 in the second half was massive.
That game probably has to be one of my top 3 funnest games. The fact that I was back and forth, our bucket, their bucket, our bucket. It was just, the crowd was crazy. So towards the end, that whole game, I tried to take advantage of whatever the defense gave me and, just help my team.
Down the stretch, man, Zoom Diallo, one of his signature moments of the year, 2 huge floaters, really steady play, and led us to victory in the Link game.
After that game, I felt very good about myself. I was having very ups and downs throughout the season, trying to, just figure out who I am as a player on this team, and, trying to figure out what my coach wanted from me.
It felt really good to be on the other end of a close game, right? We were on the winning side of a close victory.
Good. We needed it. First off, how about the high IQ play to let it bounce, at the end. To me, the biggest stretch of the game was freaking Zoom Diallo, 2 big baskets. All right, man, listen, we needed it. Good win. Way to stick in there, way to make the free throws after you missed the 2. Okay, I thought you were electric early, and great job. Just overall, a very good win, and we needed it, and it was a good win. And you're down 4 with 4 minutes, and you come back and you win the game, okay? So very good, I'm happy for you. We all needed it, but we got a long way to go, but that was a good win.
Hey. This is the start of it. We was down 4. We know what we did a couple months ago. It's just a start. We know we keep going up the hill. It's farther. We got a long ways to go, but we came a long way, so let's do it. Let's do it.
And what it really showed us was the month of work really paid off for us. So our group walked out of that Link game with a lot of momentum and a lot of really positive energy.
Headed to visit Napa. We'll see you soon, Lindsay.
You like the patch?
We're thrilled to have the prolific prep team here. We love when their families come here. I know a lot of the scouts and coaches and people for whom they might play down the road have been coming here as well. And Napa Valley just feels so honored to be the backdrop for that.
It's my first time in Jersey since I was in high school. Good, how are you? How about this?
Hi, I'm AJ. Nice to meet you.
How are you? I'm Ryan. Nice to meet you. I'm a coach, not a player.
Lindsay Gallagher is such a huge part of what we're doing here in Napa. Her work in the community, Visit Napa Valley's work in the community, and what they do for this area and this town is really special.
I'm sure it's very different than what they might have gotten in a Miami or a bigger place, but hopefully, since they're just in high school, these incredible players, I have to remind myself that they're only in high school, they're not even in college yet.
Act like you're falling out of the sky. Yes. Ah! Go like that. Ah!
Good acting, good acting.
Perfect.
Exactly. Oh my God.
It was terrific to go to visit Napa Valley.
All right, we got to go to practice.
We're a proud partner of ours.
When you play basketball now, when I moved down to California, I'm looking in the stands. I see my mom, but I don't see any other people I know, no familiar faces, stuff like that. But I come back to Atlanta, I see coaches, trainers that used to train me. I see my family coming down, my cousins, my aunties, my granddad.
It was great because the tournament, it was the Double Trouble Invitational.
Players are coming to Napa Valley from across the country, are making a lot of sacrifices So we love to go play at the hometowns of our players.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a homecoming for me, but it was really Darion's homecoming.
Backdoor alley from zone, that was a big, tight play. I remember I got a steal. The dude came, thought about a charge, and moved out the way. When I came for the one-leg dunk, I just stared down the camera, and that was just some pretty iconic moments there in Atlanta.
The Cohen family means a lot to us, and having a Christmas meal with Seth and his son Gavin, enjoying a steak dinner was a highlight of the season. After 2 good wins, mind you, it's fun to go enjoy a meal.
Compared to other teams I was on, I feel like we talked to each other in person a lot. We had hung out, we'll go to each other's rooms, go get dinner and actually hang out and be a team.
These fries ain't that good to be disrespectful. Never mind.
I know, it's calamari. Squeeze.
He said he doesn't say it. That doesn't say it. Oh my goodness. There you go.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. That's good? Yeah.
Make sure all of those carry-on items are completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead
I think at that point in the season was the most moving through the motion we had ever been. Christmas break is approaching, kind of moving through the motions, but we're really talented, so us moving through the motions, we can beat a lot of people.
I feel like the only time we had our team at full strength was the beginning, and that's just, that's like the warm-ups. That didn't really help us as much because we had to really prepare for more obstacles along the way.
We were in a really good group to where it was we're all locked in. Everybody kind of knows what's expected of them by now. We've played enough games in the season.
Yeah, we played Utah Prep and the game was not competitive. It was not close. It was an easy victory for us. We were playing good basketball, fully loaded. Then we played Central Florida and played really well. We were building momentum going into the Christmas break.
The connection was through the roof. We were just, our stock was just going higher and higher and higher every single game we played.
And then right before we were ready to leave for break, Darion landed poorly.
When I first got my injury, I tried to go back in and play on it. So I went back in, I got an and-1, I think. Can't remember if I made or missed a free throw, but I got an and-1. And after that, I came out on the court and tried to play defense. I tried to move lateral. I was like, Coach, I got to go back out. I think I'm going to call it. You feel your whole basketball career going through your head when you're hurt. I want to thank my mom for being with me through late nights and early mornings. I want to thank God because without him, it's just a thing that I do when I feel injuries.
It was a heartbreaker to have Darion go down. So our team had some uncertainty as we returned back from Christmas break. We knew that we were going to be without him during Chick-fil-A, so it was time to prepare to play without Darion.
We're in South Carolina playing in Chick-fil-A Classic.
I feel like everybody fresh back from Christmas break starts shaky, especially kind of knowing we were the game circled on Gray Collegiate schedule. You kind of tell they came out with everything they had.
It's always challenging when you leave for 6 days and you have to get ready to go against a home opponent who had been practicing all 6 days in Gray Collegiate. And we had just enough to win. We were not very sharp, we were not very clean. We had just enough to get through.
Being me, a grind session opponent, grind session team versus grind session team, it's a different type of, game because we know, we're going to have to see them again.
And it was a battle. It was a grind session defensive battle in which we were really growing defensively.
It's a whole program failure. Start with coaching, playing. It's a whole program failure to turn it over and then to give up a three.
We know to win games late in March and April, you're gonna have to grind it out and win games in low possession fashion.
Our final score, TME Academy 45, Prolific Prep 60. The crew advanced to the championship game in the national bracket.
Dynamic prep.
All right, chances to win a championship don't come around every day. Okay? Whatever it takes to win here. Whatever it takes to win. Whatever it takes to win, let's go get it done.
That was our first championship atmosphere type of thing, playing a game, like in that setting. And that was gonna be our first championship that was gonna make us, kind of feel good about ourselves. I keep it simple, they just wouldn't miss.
So this was a big chance for our group, and we ran into an absolute buzzsaw in dynamic prep.
From the start, we knew it was going to be a game because of who the coach was. Jermaine O'Neal, a former pro.
We're deep into the season, and this is the first sequence I had that was I think I hit 3 threes in a row. A big moment for me, just seeing the success of me accepting my role and trusting coach.
You guys are playing hard and playing well, but this is going to be a battle here.
Our thing at that point in the season was we're one of the best defensive teams in the country, and we weren't getting stopped, so that was making it real hard for us.
We were hitting a few shots, but they was knocking everything down. Like, it felt like we didn't have no answer. They couldn't stop us, but we couldn't stop them also. We were still down D. Reed, so we're down the player, we're doing everything and some, taking D. Reed's, accountabilities and making them ours.
We were in the game with him. We just kind of didn't have that pop that we kind of got towards the end of the year.
We were thinking to ourselves, like, how did we just lose that game? Are we not living up to the expectations and everything? We didn't win against Dynamic Prep. How are we going to beat Mount Word? Like, it's nowhere we're going to beat Mount Word.
No matter how delusional it may be, I always think there's something I can do more to help my team win, so I kind of put it on me most times. I remember Coach coming to the locker room and being like, if y'all play like that against Montverde coming up, it's not going to end well.
For where we are as players, coaches, and the program, that loss is really unacceptable. Unacceptable, bad loss. And it's time to get back and get to work and get ready for this game in Springfield.
And as we got ready to prepare for what was next, which was a trip to Springfield to take on Montverde, we were very clear with our players that that effort was not good enough.
We're about to play the biggest game that we've played in our lives yet, just on that stage with that many people watching, the whole basketball world's watching. This is what people are saying that they are, and what are we?
This is it right here. This is it.
The backstory, the history from Montverde, they always have a good team, so we know we would have to be on our A game.
It's Prolific versus the world.